rolling on audio, and I'm speaking to
Clint Koble.
And who are you?
I'm running for Congress for Congressional District Number 2. I'm a Reno resident, a longtime Nevada resident, and I'm running for Congress because I feel I'm in touch with the majority of our issues a majority of the time.
And again, I guess the big question I have to ask is, if elected, what will you do? Or what is your number? Well, yes, if elected, what will you do?
The first thing any congressperson should do is represent the will of the people that elected them to go to Washington. Not vote for the administration, vote for the will of the people that sent you there. That's the very first thing I would do.
And I guess, what's your plan to win? How do you plan to win a heavily Republican district?
We ended up the election last time with 42%. We were given one chance in 100. We feel that if we can start at 42%, we don't have to work that hard to get over 50%. So our plan is to have a big ground game. We're going to go all over the state. We're going to work hard. We're going to talk about what we stand for. We're going to call a spade. We're going to point out the difference between our beliefs, my beliefs, and my opponent's beliefs, and how we differ on some of the issues, so people can have a choice.
And concurrently from that, like if I'm a rural voter out, let's just say in Fallon or Lovelock or Dayton or whatnot, why should I vote for you?
I'm a rural guy. I was born and raised in rural America. I worked for the USDA for 8 years. I understand farmers and ranchers and Native American producers. I've lived their life. My family is still out in rural America. So I understand the problems they're going through and the challenges they're going through. I can relate to them, and I can sit down and talk to them very easily. No matter how they view things politically, I understand what their kitchen table issues are.
And if I were to ask on that same topic, what's the number one issue that is of concern to you in the rules that you would like to address?
In Nevada, I would say right now it's education, which is a big challenge for rural areas. And second of all, tariffs and trade policies are hurting our farmers, our ranchers, and our rural communities badly. And that needs to change.
And again, you mentioned your last run, that you ran last time in 2016. And you got 42% of the vote last time. Again, in a highly Republican district in a very expensive election year, which is rather crowded and rather noisy. This time, you will be the top ticket on the race. You will be the top race on the ticket, short of the presidentials. Does that scare you any? And secondly, how do you plan to improve upon that number?
Well, first of all, I'll agree there's more Republicans, but more importantly, there's a whole big block of nonpartisans, a much bigger block than there is the surplus of Republicans. We know that that's a great demographic that we can tap into. That's the game changer. That's what can change this election. We need to go after that, and we will go after that.
Gotcha. So you're not, in reference to the presidential election, do you think that will have any impact on your race in any way?
I think it could, but I have to tell you, Nevada's a very progressive state, and most of the Democratic candidates for president have progressive tendencies. I think they're going to do well in Nevada. We did well last time, whether it was in the state or it was for our Congress people or for our 2 female senators. Nevada's turning blue. It's turning bluer. I think whichever presidential candidate we have will help me, and I will help them.
Fair enough. And I guess my last question, I'll leave this one to you as an open question. Is there anything I didn't ask you, or that you'd like the people of Fallon or rural Nevada to know about your campaign, your efforts going forward?
Well, I'd like rural Nevada to get to know me, to invite me into the communities. I love people. I love talking to everybody. I don't care if they're on the other side of the aisle. I just want to hear their voices, because I can't go to Washington without hearing their voices and carrying the will of the people. So invite me into your communities. I want to come to your communities. I want to hear your kitchen table and the challenges and problems. So please invite me, because I want to invite myself.
Again, Mr. Koble?
Koble, yes.
Clint, thank you. Mr. Koble, thank you very much for your time, and I wish you the best of luck out there.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. And we're shutting off audio on recorder and shutting off record.